This video is on section 10.1, and we will actually be adding and subtracting polynomials in this video. In the last video you watched, it should have been all about the vocabulary. So we'll be using some of the vocabulary when we're talking about adding and subtracting with polynomials. All right, here's our first example. We're going to add or subtract. In this case, we're adding the polynomials. We're going to use a vertical or a horizontal method. It doesn't matter to me which method you choose, vertical or horizontal. I'll show you both, and then from there you can decide. Okay, in this problem, I have a polynomial, poly because there's more than 4 terms, plus a trinomial. I'm going to first show you how to do the horizontal method. So, in the horizontal method, because we're adding, we're essentially just combining like terms. Now, in the last video, we talked about standard form. Your answer has to be in standard form. So to ensure that my answer is in standard form and I don't have to do an extra step, I'll add or subtract in standard form. So I'll pick the terms that have the highest degree or the highest exponent. So when I'm looking at my problem here, I see that I've got exponents of 3, 1, 2, 0, 3, 1, and 0. So 3 is the biggest exponent, so I'll start with that. Sometimes I circle or underline the terms as I'm adding them, so I kind of keep track of what I've got left to add or subtract. All right, negative 8x cubed plus 8x cubed, when I add those, they cancel. So that was easy. Okay, so again, to stay in standard form, I started with the exponents of 3, so now I'm going to go to the exponents that are 2. Okay, so I see that I've got negative 9x squared and nothing in this trinomial over here that's x squared. So I'm just going to bring my negative 9x squared down into my answer. I'll cross that off because I've just used it. So now I'm going to look at the exponents that have a value of 1. So I've got x plus negative 2x. That's going to give me negative 1x. Remember, writing that 1 is optional. You might just put negative x there. That's fine too. Cross those off, and now I'm on to my constants, or my degree of 0. So 2 plus 4 is 6. And that's my final answer but using the horizontal method. To show you the vertical method, I rewrote the problem in a vertical manner like this. All right, this reminds me when we did the elimination method in chapter 7. So I put the first polynomial on top, that would be this one, and I rewrote it. I put it in standard form, and then I put the trinomial below it. Now you can see right here I don't have an x squared term, so I just left it blank, but you could also put plus 0 there if you wanted. So now from here I'm just going to go ahead and add. So you can see easily that the x cubes cancel. There's nothing to add with the negative 9x squared, so I just bring that down. Okay, x plus negative 2x, that's going to be my negative 1x. 2 plus 4 is 6. So this gives you an idea of the 2 different methods. Again, the one in red is the vertical method, and the one in blue is the horizontal method. From here, you pick. Whatever is going to work best for you, that would be your strategy. If sometimes you want to use the vertical method, sometimes you want to use the horizontal, go for it. But you will never be asked to do either one on the test. You'll always have the choice. Here's an example of a subtraction problem, and I'm going to use the horizontal method for this. So it's subtraction because there's a subtraction symbol between the trinomial and the polynomial. Now, I hope you're thinking or remembering that you have to distribute this subtraction sign or this negative sign. So remember, when you distribute, you have to distribute it to everything that follows it in the parentheses. So I'm going to rewrite my expression as negative 6x cubed plus 5x minus 3. My first expression isn't going to change, only my second. And then when I distribute the negative to everything, I'll get plus negative 2x cubed, that's a negative, plus negative 4x squared plus 3x plus negative 1. All right. Now from here, it's just a simple addition problem like I did in the last example. So I'm going to combine like terms. To make sure my answer is in standard form, again, I'm going to start with the terms that have the biggest exponent value. So I've got cubed, I've got to the first power 0, cubed, squared, to the first power, and 0. So I'm going to start out with my terms that are cubed. So I'm going to start out with negative 6x cubed plus, that's a negative 2x cubed, so that'll give me negative 8x cubed. Okay, and again, I'm going to cross those off. Okay, I'm going to go to my next lowest term, which is squared, and it looks like I only have one squared term, so I'm going to bring that down. So plus negative 4x squared. Okay, now I'm going to look for my degrees of 1. So I've got plus 5x and plus 3x. So that'll be plus 8x. Okay, I did those. And then now I'm going to look at my constants. So this is minus 3, but we all know that that's really plus a negative 3. So negative 3 plus negative 1 is negative 4. Okay, from here, my answer isn't finished until it's in standard form, so I need to check to make sure my exponents are in descending order. So it goes, my exponents are 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so that works. And then I need to check to make sure that I don't have any more terms that I could add or subtract. Since I have no more like terms, this is my final answer.